Alright, nerds, after a bit of a break, we are back for another beer review, and today from Cigar City Brewing in Tampa Bay is the Alai IPA, one of the big daddies in the IPA scene in the States. As a matter of fact, this beer here, in the shorter cans, I think, is the best-selling six-pack of beer in grocers. So, best-selling six-pack of craft beer in grocers. That's pretty cool. I did a bit of research. Cigar City's the fastest growing brewery, or one of the top 3 fastest growing breweries, depending where I read, in the States. So I was able to find some of this up here in Canada, in Lethbridge, at a tiny little liquor store called Parkside. And it came tall, like this, in a 4-pack. So big, tall, 1 pint, 473 milliliter can. Coming in a hefty duty 7.5, so almost a double IPA, not quite. It's a cool looking can. I just noticed there's a date on the bottom. So before I open, canned last year. Well, let's see how it goes. So maybe this has been sitting around for a little bit. It's not really more than a year old now, so we're going to give this a little whirl here. I'll crack it. We'll chat. Love the beer. It's been a little while. Took a little break over the Canadian Thanksgiving. I was too full to do anything. Had a bit of a bellyache. A little bit of the sniffles. I'm just getting over. Wasn't feeling great. So I took a good week off. And we are back finally. And there's a foot of snow outside. Look at this. Crazy. So much snow already. And more to come. Alright, so I poured this, and it really frothed up. So, a lot of carbonation in that can, presenting that it could be a little older. We'll see what it tastes like. So, 2.5 finger wet head, kind of yellowy straw, dark straw color. So, it's really interesting. This is Alai, which is a sport. Merry Grace of the Merry Game of Alai. Provides inspiration for a citrus-forward India Pale Ale with notes of clementine, orange peel, and caramel malt, crusting an IPA that's both bold and approachable. Actually says 1 point on here. 1 pint. Again, 7.5, so nearing that double IPA level. Clementine, no idea what they taste like. Again, I am in Bodunk nowhere, and we don't get fancy fruits like that. I will try and find some, and I'll try and taste one so I know. I just know it's a small little orange. All right, let's give it a whiff. Yeah, it smells, actually. Yes, you do get a lot of, like, funky orange peel, mango, grapefruit, all the normal kind of IPA, except it's, like, maybe a little bit of mustard. Unfortunately, I'm going to review a beer that's a bit old again, but hopefully we can enjoy it. Full disclosure, I had a 4-pack of these. This is my last one. So, the other ones I drank kind of unthinkingly, sitting around over the last few weeks, couple weeks here, so. Well, not last week, but you know what I'm saying. I enjoyed a few, shared them with some friends. Let's get this in the old belly. Okay, so super sweet malty, caramelly right off the bat, and then bang bitter, just hits you like a ton of bricks. It's really sweet up front. Really, really sweet up front. Then, yeah, mango and orange and tiniest little bit of citrus, but like a lot of mango, a lot of grapefruit. A lot of grapefruit. Or maybe it's clementine. Yeah, that's really interesting. So the last one I had a mango IPA, as a matter of fact. In that review, if you remember, the can was a bit old, and it tasted old. This doesn't taste old. It's very like West Coast-ish IPA. So like traditional American IPA. It's not a big haze bomb, if you can tell just by looking at it. I tried to see the variety of hops. It says 5 or 6 different types of hops, but it didn't say what. What I found anyways. But so it's a big old blend because it has big old flavor. It has a lot. I'm just going to look on the can here and see if it says anything. No, not really. So Cigar City puts out a whole variety of this beer too. I'm just going to add a little bit here. Whole variety of like different oak aged, like different barrel aged stuffs, different roasted malt kind of flavor. That's what it seems like. There's a variety of the Alai IPA. This one I'm enjoying. It's just like a very, very well balanced. Very super grapefruity. So the caramel and grapefruit immediately one after another, and it's so striking on the palate. So classic American IPA style, highly, highly touted, and I see why. It's very, very approachable. It's a good IPA, but it's not too overpowering. It's not too directional as far as like super hazy or super bitter. It hits that right in the middle, so juicy. Still lashes the tongue a bit. Still hits your palate. It's very well carbonated. I can see why this is such a good seller. Is it world class? It's very, very good. It's definitely has some great marketing behind it because, boy, oh boy, is it ever talked about highly on the internet. But I did read some reviews where it's like, it's very good, but it's not, it hasn't reached that next level where I think it could. I think they're a fairly new brewery. They actually they're the only brewery in an airport. They have one in Tampa Bay, if I'm correct. So one in there. Seems like they've expanded really fast, really quick, really big. They also have a cider and meadery. And then their full line of beer and everything, plus in an airport. Well, wild, right? So if you're ever in Tampa International, whatever it's called, Tampa Bay International Airport, check it out. It's a full restaurant. I think they have a beer that they make there that's only available there. So just something to hit up for the old Untapped check-ins or just something a little unique to brag about. I'm not going to rate it. I never have. But during the break watching other reviews, I noticed a lot of people, they'll give it a score. Some of my favorite shows, they'll talk about can art, originality, flavor of the beer, etc. They'll give it a score. And then average that out for their Untapped, or some just give it out a 10. I'm not going to do that. However, if it is something you want to see us do on this channel, just comment below. And let us know if you want us to rate these, essentially, guys. We can give it, out of 10, out of 5, or Untapped score, a variety. Whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you get more info. I'm just trying to give my review, my thoughts on the beer, and that's it. So again, thanks for watching. Please, again, leave comments below. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Hit the big thumbs up button, smash the bell, and subscribe, and make sure we get up there, up in the algorithm. There's a lot of beer review channels, and we're doing our best. And I've noticed some of the views over this last week went up and up and up. So that's awesome. It shows consistency. I think we're doing an okay job. We'll see. Again, you can check us out on all the social medias. At Fermented Nerds, squiggly A, at Fermented Nerds, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're going to be setting up a Patreon pretty soon. I'll be letting you know all about that. I'll do a whole video just about that. Just to help us, purchase beer, purchase better equipment. Especially if you're enjoying reviews. Just help us make them better and better so you enjoy them more and more. So that'll be coming up as well. I'll be doing in November. I'm going to be doing a 7 days of beer. It's basically like Lagers of the World, 7 days Lagers of the World. I don't know, November to remember. So I'm going to go through a bunch of lagers from like Czechoslovakia, Kenya, kind of their homegrown Budweisers, for lack of a better term. I guess that's kind of like what's been bandied about, some Budweisers of the world. And then in December, the first 24 days of December, I'm going to do an advent calendar. I'm either going to record them if I can, or I'm going to do them live, which will probably happen mostly. Live reviews of an advent calendar, a Fermented Nerds advent calendar, which a group of us have done for several years now. Grew from 6 to 12. We'll see how many we have this year with COVID and distancing and everything. We might shrink it down to 6. So we each buy 2 or 4 different types of beer, fill the calendars up. It's super awesome. There's always a couple good joke beers in there. One year we had like Black Ice. And then people also go like way out of their way to try something new. So they'll go out. There's kind of like 2 methods. You'll go out, you'll get beers you want people to try or beers you want to try. I like to do a little bit of both. So if there's 6 of us, we each pick 4. I get a joke beer. 1 I want everybody to try, and 2 that look really interesting. Often that are like really wild, weird out there. I like to get one of those. It's fun. Last year we did 12, and there's a lot of newer craft beer drinkers. So it tended to be a bit more on the level as far as beer, and that's fine. That's no insult to anybody. So those reviews tended to be, or those beers tend to be a bit more level because they weren't sure like how far to go out there, what to do. It was their first year. I think this is our 4th or 5th year. I can't remember. I'll have to look. I think it's our 4th year. So I'll be doing that every day, and then 100 subscriber special whenever that comes up. But we're in the 80s right now, and I'll be taking a lambic, a goose, out of the cellar and trying that probably with my wife. So there we are. You're all caught up for this week. I'm all caught up. Get some more videos rolling here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, except this week will be Wednesday, Friday, and then next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and any others I feel like doing. All right. I am Wally. Thanks for watching. I am out.